Welcome to the NLP UK Training podcast. I'm Kelly Fraser.
And I'm Steve Kay.
And today we want to tell you a little bit of a story. We like our stories, don't
It's a
we,
metaphor, yeah.
So just a little bit of a metaphor that might help some of you that are feeling a little bit stuck. So this was a story that was told to me by someone else in the fields of NLP. So I'm going to credit Connor with this little story, this little metaphor. And basically the story is that Connor went to see a friend of his one day. And as he's walking towards the house, his friend is sitting on his porch in a chair. And next to his friend is the dog. And as Connor's walking up the driveway, he hears the dog whimpering. He's like, what's going on with the dog?
Not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way, but he's just kind of like a bit grumbly and a bit
But
whimpery.
lying in the sun.
Yeah.
Enjoying the sunshine.
And as he gets close, he said, what's going on with the dog? Is the dog all right? So don't worry about the dog. Dog's fine. Dog's just lying on a nail. And Connor's like, what? What do you mean he's lying on a nail? Why doesn't he get up? And the guy says, he's not in enough pain yet. It doesn't hurt enough.
And you know, when you tell me that story, we'd been planning to give up a big piece of what we used to do. And something had happened that I didn't like, that went on, that happened. And I was kind of really nearly ready to let it go. And you tell me that story and I'm like, right, that's it. I'm done with it. The nail's really prodding in too much now. I'm too uncomfortable.
How many people do that? They kind of know that something isn't right.
I'm lying here in the sun. It's okay. I mean, we had an earlier podcast about getting stuck. So this is kind of adding to it because it's such a common thing. Everybody will get stuck at some point. Yeah. Because they're comfortable, but not too uncomfortable that they shift themselves off the nail. But what nails are you lying on? You're in there, out in the sunshine, soaking it up, comfortable, but there's a nail just, giving you that bit of an itch. And it's too uncomfortable. It's too comfortable, should I say, to get off the nail.
Yeah, because it's irritating, but it's not irritating enough. And I think that, the sooner that we can recognize what those metaphorical nails are, the sooner we can actually change what we're doing, get out of that comfort zone. And yes, it may feel even more uncomfortable to begin with because you've got to get up, you've got to take action, you've got to do something. But actually just shifting can change everything.
Have you heard the story from Julia Donaldson about Snail and the whale?
I have, yes. It's a great story.
And the snail's lying on the rock with all the other snails. And he's getting a bit bored, but they're all safe on this rock. They're nowhere near the sea. It's really comfortable. And the snail gets an itchy foot and decides that he's had enough. And he leaps on the back of the whale and they go all around the oceans and have lots of adventures. Then he comes back and gathers up the other snails. And it's the same kind of metaphor, isn't it? Once you're a bit uncomfortable, once you've got that itchy foot. But hearing this story, we hope you'll pay more attention to those like little nails that are sticking into you, that are saying, come on, it's time to move. You've been doing this for too long now. Time for a shift. Everything's okay, but okay is not good enough for you.
So just be aware of those. Recognize when you're feeling that sense of discomfort, when something isn't right, and do something about it. You get what you focus on, so focus on what you really want to do in life. So that's it for this episode from Steve and I. Have a great week and we'll see you again soon.
Bye for now.